Hi guys, today I'm going to quickly show you how I would pick my fabric. So I found my fabric I love the most, and this is going to be my star fabric. From here I'll find all my other fabrics. Here is my star fabric. I found another fabric that's exactly the same print but different colours, and I quite like it. You can also see that it's the same hues of green. And then I went around and found any other fabric that I thought would work. So I've got my two favourite colours here. I've found a whole lot of other fabrics that could potentially work. And now I'm just going to try and find 2 or 3 more that I really love that go with these fabrics. So now I've got these fabrics and I'm really happy with them. I'm going to see what else I've got here that will work. I'm going to try this one, and this one, the colour's just all wrong, so that one's a no. I've got this navy, and that pulls in really nicely with this fabric. I quite like that I'm getting a bit of a range and depth of colour here now with this one. That one also works, but I don't like it, so I'm going to put that one away. This purple also works. It works here with the purples, but it's also pulling in some of the blue, and that's ideal is when you can get a colour from basically the purple range that will help you pull in the navy from the blue and the purple. And then it's just a case of playing and finding more fabrics that you like. Okay, so now you can see I'm quite happy with that. It's looking quite pretty, except it's a little bit purple heavy. So I need to add a bit more green and blue to balance that out. That one's a no. So I've got 7 that are sort of in the green and blue range, 7 in the purple range. So that's perfect. So I have my stack of fabrics I'm happy with. One more thing I could do is I could go around and check the bolts to see if there's other fabrics that I like. Like I think these polka dots would work really well in here. The beauty of getting fat quarters is that you can return them if you don't use them. You could also use a bundle that's already made up for you. So these are already perfectly coordinated together. In this pack we've got 5 different fabrics, and we've got the grey, the yellow and the turquoise blue. You could then grab another pack that you think goes with it, grab 2 of these packs, or go around and find more fabric to add to the set, knowing that this is your foundation. Quilting fabric often comes in a collection, which is a great starting point because basically they've made a collection of fabrics that all go together perfectly, and you just have to choose which ones work. So usually on the label here it would say the name of the collection and the name of the actual fabric, but in Hobby Lobby it doesn't. It just has numbers. So this is 423, 424, 425, 426, and then it starts going on, but it does get a bit shady. I don't believe those fabrics are part of this collection, so just be careful. But you can see if I was to pick this fabric out, this one here is super cute and the reds match perfectly. And again, if I get this lovely paisley, that matches perfectly. Can you see how that works? So maybe you like those 3 and you love this one too, but from that collection that's all you like. That's okay. You can go around and find any other fabrics and put them on top of the pile and see which ones you think work and which ones you love together. So I've just gone to the back wall and I've just grabbed this red one, and I think that goes beautifully too. I would just remember to try and find a few that have a lot of colours in it. This one is a good option, this one is a good option, and then try and get 2 or 3 reds, 2 or 3 blues, and anything else you can go that works in there. I found a nice collection here. Again, you can see the numbers 1-1, and they go on. As they go on, I think they get a bit shady and they're no longer part of the collection, so you do have to make sure that you think they go. I think this lemony colour one is just gorgeous. Now let's see what will go with that. That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. You could even throw in a bit of green because you've got the green here. I'm really liking this because I've got lemon, cream, pink and green. So that means I could find any of those 4 colors to work with this. I would carry on and I would check what other ones they have in the collection that work. You can see this one works as well because the green is here, the pink here is in here, the yellow here is in here. So they're all working quite nicely. This one is also a part of the collection, but maybe you don't like that color and the way that pulls you towards more of the peachy color. So we could take this one away. And then we would just walk around and find other fabrics that we think will work. Don't forget, you can also go to other fabric shops. So I've found 3 other fabrics that will potentially work. So all I'm going to do is put them on top and have a look. I think that works. It's quite muted and I feel like it just blends in. I found this yellow. I feel like you could use it at a push if you're really desperate, but I feel like it doesn't quite match the same tone of the yellow in this one, so I would rather not use this one. I'm going to try the pink, and again I think at a push you could use it because I feel like it does come in again here. And if you're wanting your quilt to sort of sway towards more pink, it would probably work really well because you're starting to get a few different tones of the pink. So I'm quite happy with my selection now. I've moved this one to the top because it really is my star fabric. I absolutely adore it. You can see we can bring in the yellow, the green and the pink. And with the colours I've chosen here, we've got the pinks, the yellows, the greens, it's all coming through. We've also got a nice range of scale. You can see this is a large scale that will still look nice when we cut it at our 9-inch squares. So I'm really happy with this. I feel like I've got a really nice variety of scale, polka dots, plain. If I was going to add to it, I'd be looking for a little bit more green and a little bit more yellow. Or you might love this and instead of getting 14 different types of fabric, you might just want to double up on these. So you'll have 7 fabrics, but just double. These are the fabrics that I ended up getting to make my quilt with. You can see I went with a lot of the fat quarters and I did add in a few polka dots off the bolt from both of the shops I went to. Make sure you also pop over to my blog and read my post about picking fabrics. It supplements this video and has some other helpful tips. If you've enjoyed this video, please help me out. Hit like, subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you.